On the upside, or the downside, I should say, Constellation Energy and NextEra, they're actually down again. NextEra rose yesterday, but Constellation did not. In the meantime, Chevron partnering with investment firm Engine Number One and GE Vernova today to build natural gas-powered power plants to run, you guessed it, data centers across America. Heck of a timing for that deal to be announced. Joining us now to talk about all this and more is Paul Prager. He is the CEO of Terawulf. They're an infrastructure-focused Bitcoin mining company. They got nuclear assets. And not the minute, Paul, but when all this stuff started happening yesterday, you texted me and basically said that we're kind of getting the story wrong. What did we get wrong? What did we miss? What did the financial markets, CNBC, whatever, what did we miss about what happened yesterday?
Sure. It's nice to be here. Terawulf is an energy infrastructure company, and we build state-of-the-art data centers for quality customers, first-class credits. First thing we got wrong here was the power markets are already tight, right? You have retirements in the mid-Atlantic. You have industrial growth in Texas. You have a grid that's currently burdened. You have a new administration which is going to reindustrialize the United States. So even without a massive new demand for power, for data centers, power is already tight, okay? Second, not all power is created equal. At Terawulf, we have power now, we have inexpensive power, and we have green power. There's a big difference when you're talking about power that's available for delivery today, 12 months from now, 24 months from now, or 9-10 years from now when you're talking about the SMRs.
Yeah, so let me back it up, because you're a tech expert as well. And I know you're going to speak your mind, because on a great show that precedes this one, it's called The Exchange, 1 p.m. Eastern time with Kelly Evans. Kyle Bass effectively said, in a way Kyle does, that this news out of China, DeepSeek, is probably garbage. It's probably not accurate, or if it is, there's more to it. Do you believe that China has effectively figured out AI with $5 million and a couple people?
No, but there's a lot we don't know. But I don't think that matters with respect to what we are doing here in the United States, right? Their models may be more energy efficient, but in any event, the broader adoption of AI leads to higher energy demand because of increased and higher consumption. They still run on GPUs. In this particular case with DeepSeek, it's reinforcement learning. But there's intense competition here in the United States, and that intense competition will be to be number one, and that drives demand for computational power, which requires substantial energy resources.
So, Paul, and by the way, we've heard analysts say, look, amidst all these power needs, companies that have kind of figured this out and could be a resource for this, the Bitcoin miners. So, I'm just trying to think through these cycles and sort of people who are in these stocks. What they have earnings every quarter to worry about. What do you think this investment cycle is revenue cycle, whatever, is going to look like for the next 4 to 6 quarters for the people who are in these stocks?
I think very exciting. Listen, only 2 Bitcoin mining companies made the leap. That's Core Scientific and Terawulf. Terawulf is in a premier situation. We've got a contract with C42, G42. G42 is an unbelievable credit backed by Mubadala. They're part, if you will, of the MBX group that President Trump talked about in Stargate. So we have a contract with them to buy electricity to service a data center we are building for them at upper teens yield. And so that credit, the credit story hasn't changed no matter what happens with DeepSeek or what comes out of China. And our customers are business as usual. They're at the site. They're with our partners Dell and NVIDIA. They're working on how to build the best data centers. And the customers that we don't have yet under contract, but that we've been talking to for the last 9 months, they're still there. They're still intensively engaged in negotiations to sign a contract for new power. So I think the next 4 to 6 quarters are ripe with opportunity if you've got the power and if it's at a low price and particularly if it's green power, which is what Terrell's story is.